And the thing about Michelle Obama is she's always negative. Everything she says has got a negative spin on it. She's negative about the country. She's negative about her time as First Lady. She's very negative about her husband. I fully believe that they have a bad marriage. She did not marry the right person. It's not a good match. She almost never says anything nice about him. That too, she's now trying to defend as somehow, I don't know, this is like a racial attack when people say this. You tell me if you can.
Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly recently teamed up for a conversation that's turning heads everywhere, and the topic, Michelle Obama. What sparked this buzzworthy exchange? Was it an insightful critique, a spirited debate, or something entirely unexpected? Stay tuned, because this dialogue might surprise you more than your morning coffee.
Rogan is calling out Oprah and Michelle Obama for hypocritical speeches at the DNC. Watch.
She's up there talking about income inequality. Like, hey, lady.
Yeah, I know.
You're rich as Like, how is that equal? And also, when Michelle Obama was saying, I think she was saying her mother or grandmother was always suspicious of people who took more than they needed.
Yes.
Like, you are worth so much money.
Take more than they need. The Obamas have 4 mansions.
I mean, it's a bunch of rich people talking about.
What happens when one of the most influential voices in podcasting joins forces with a seasoned journalist known for her sharp analysis? You're about to find out. Together, Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly shared their perspectives on Michelle Obama, offering a candid discussion about one of America's most recognized public figures.
Obama, still trying to make her struggling podcast a thing, went on a 4.5-minute tear about herself and how hard it is to be Michelle Obama. We're going to go through quite a bit of it. Here's the first one about how difficult it is for Black women like Michelle to articulate their pain.
We grew up with women who weren't voicing the pain, and the burden. They made it.
This wasn't just a casual conversation or a lighthearted critique. It was a deep dive into Michelle Obama's public persona and the influence she wields. The former First Lady, known for championing healthy living and empowerment, found herself at the center of an intriguing discussion about legacy and perception.
Said that Michelle Obama was a man before she died.
Was that a joke? I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke too, but the way she said it wasn't like jokey. She was like, oh, come on, everybody knows Michelle Obama's a man. Like, remember that?
Yeah, like, would Big Mike kill you for that?
Well, I think she died because she had 1,000 plastic surgeries. But
yeah, she was going under.
Yeah.
She just sees these big black arms coming over her face. Big Mike.
Bro.
Oh no!
Michelle Obama has long been celebrated as a cultural icon, a poised and inspiring First Lady whose influence extends beyond politics. From promoting wellness initiatives to building a personal brand that resonates globally, she's often seen as a symbol of strength and style.
And at this phase of my life, I'm in therapy right now because I'm transitioning. I'm 60 years old. I finished a really hard thing in my life with my family intact. I'm an empty nester. My girls are in, they've been launched. And now for the first time, as I've said before, every choice that I'm making is completely mine. I now don't have the excuse of, well, my kids need this or my husband needs that or the country needs that. So how do I think about this next phase?
Once again, speaking a reference to her time as First Lady negatively, and I'm transitioning. I mean, an interesting choice of words, given how the internet...
However, symbols can invite scrutiny, and Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly didn't shy away from exploring the layers behind the image. Rogan, known for his candid and unfiltered style, offered his perspective on the complexities of Michelle's influence. Meanwhile, Kelly brought her journalistic expertise to analyze the broader implications of her activism and career. Together, their conversation wasn't just about Michelle Obama. It was an exploration of the evolving relationship between public figures and cultural narratives.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
Transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty funny how she said it.
Okay, we all know it. So what year was that, Jamie, that she said that? Well, let's see if we can find that.
Well, how soon before she died did you say it?
Well,
And Boeing is a terrible airline. It's a terrible company.
Joe Rogan's critique was a mix of sharp insights and colorful speculation, delivered in his signature casual style. He explored the contrasts within Michelle Obama's public image, raising questions about how her activism aligns with tangible outcomes. Using humor and candid observations, Rogan dissected her carefully curated persona, suggesting that her efforts might be more about maintaining an established narrative than challenging the status quo. Meanwhile, Megyn Kelly brought a contrasting perspective, analyzing Michelle's image as a product of strategic media crafting. Her approach highlighted the precision and consistency of Michelle's public appearances, framing them as a polished performance designed to inspire admiration and avoid controversy.
Michelle Obama. Every day, she's dropped another negativity bomb on us, whether on her podcast or on someone else's. I mean, this audience knows she never says anything positive. It is all complaints. So she goes on another podcast. She's promoting her show, so she's making the rounds. The Diary of a CEO podcast, and actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live in
The strength of their critique lay in the combination of styles. Rogan's bold, unscripted commentary paired with Kelly's methodical analysis. Together, they presented a dual perspective on Michelle Obama's legacy, questioning how her public image has been shaped and maintained. Rogan's approach was engaging and thought-provoking, while Kelly's measured critiques offered deeper reflections on the broader dynamics of political celebrity. Their conversation moved beyond Michelle Obama herself, sparking questions about the balance between public personas and genuine impact in the realm of celebrity activism.
I would have told you that vaccines are the most important invention in human history. After COVID, I'm like, I don't think we went to the moon. I think Michelle Obama's got a dick. I think Pizzagate is real. I think there's direct energy weapons in Antarctica.
The public response was swift and polarized. Social media erupted with debates, memes, and strong reactions from supporters and critics alike. Fans reevaluated their perceptions, while others used the moment to delve into broader conversations about authenticity and influence. The discussion peeled back layers of Michelle Obama's carefully crafted image, exposing the tension between her widespread appeal and the substantive changes her initiatives aim to achieve. The contrast between her polished image and the realities of systemic challenges became a focal point for this larger cultural conversation.
on a podcast called Diary of a CEO. It's kind of rings a bell like a founder kind of situation. And once again, want you to know how awful it is to be married with children.
There are just many natural reasons why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like I try to tell couples, of course it's hard. Just listen to
Rogan and Kelly took on Michelle Obama's image with curiosity and critical thinking, exploring areas where perception and reality might diverge. Rogan's commentary highlighted how her activism often revolved around symbolic gestures rather than systemic reform, while Kelly scrutinized the calculated nature of her public engagements. Using examples like the Let's Move campaign, they examined whether these initiatives had a lasting impact or were simply well-marketed efforts that maintained her positive image. The result was a conversation that questioned the effectiveness of celebrity-driven activism in addressing complex societal issues.
little people with their own sense of everything. They mess you up. You love them dearly, but they're a hassle.
What? I mean, there's something wrong with this person. Like, she's seriously depressed. She has the most negative, dark outlook on life I've ever heard from a public figure. Certainly one who's been given so much. Okay, her window into motherhood and having a child, the first thing she says, they mess you up. They mess you up. Maybe that's what happened to her. Maybe she was totally delightful before the two daughters came along. I don't know. She clearly is not enjoying motherhood and enjoying being in a marriage. Even less. It's not you if things get hard. It's all hard. It's all hard. This is so...
Michelle Obama's initiatives, such as her education advocacy, were also put under the lens. While undeniably inspiring, Rogan and Kelly questioned whether they tackled deeper systemic challenges or remained focused on accessible feel-good messages. Their critique wasn't a personal attack, but an analysis of the broader framework of modern celebrity activism. By drawing attention to the fine line between influence and performance, Rogan and Kelly sparked a discussion about the role of public figures in driving meaningful change versus sustaining public admiration. Their exchange shed light on a cultural dynamic where style often takes precedence over substance, raising questions about the true impact of high-profile advocacy.
On the fire that there's a potential, maybe a divorce or some sort of rockiness going on in the Obamas' relationship. They both posted these mirrored, very choreographed Valentine's Day messages on X, but he was just seen at an LA, the basketball team, the Clippers, thank you, game without her. And then on Tuesday, he was spotted eating out at a fancy dinner in Sherman Oaks with his both daughters, Malia and Sasha, but again, no Michelle, according to TMZ. So, I think they seem to be soft launching their divorce.
The aftermath was nothing short of chaotic. Social media erupted, sparking heated debates, memes, and countless think pieces. Supporters rallied to defend Michelle Obama, while critics celebrated the moment as a cultural turning point. The conversation went beyond one individual. It became a broader reflection on how society views public figures. This was a signpost of change. The era of unchallenged political icons was giving way to a demand for transparency, authenticity, and tangible results. Rogan and Kelly's combined critique showed that even the most untouchable figures could face scrutiny, sparking a national dialogue about where the line lies between genuine leadership and crafted celebrity.
Knowing that there are divorce rumors and, she's not showing up for him, whether it's at the Jimmy Carter funeral or the Trump inauguration or the basketball game he just went to in LA, when visiting their daughters and then dinner with the daughters was not there. Here she is talking about it. If it were me, I would say something nice about him. I would say he's just so charming. It was meant to be. I knew he could heal the earth in the way he did. There was only one person who could do it, and it was my husband, Barack Obama, whatever. Then she gets on to talking a little bit about him personally, and this
implications could be transformative. Rogan and Kelly's analysis didn't just challenge Michelle Obama, it prompted society to reconsider the concept of political celebrity altogether. The questions they raised about authenticity and accountability in the public sphere resonated widely. Michelle Obama's choice to remain silent in the face of this critique only heightened the intrigue. In an age where responses often dominate the narrative, her quietness left room for speculation and amplified the discussion. Ultimately, Rogan and Kelly's conversation wasn't just about critique. It was about peeling back the veneer of perfection to reveal the complexities of modern celebrity. Their contrasting styles, Joe's blunt commentary and Megyn's incisive dissection, combined to create a moment of cultural reckoning. As society continues to navigate this shift, the dialogue they sparked serves as a reminder. The icons we hold up are not immune to scrutiny, and the narratives we accept are ripe for re-examination.